Hey guys, welcome back. Zach here for Clash War Factory, and it seems the next 23rd of March is going to bring us some changes for the gameplay in Clash Royale, so let's check them out. So the first change will be related with the Expo Range. It used to be 13, now it's 12, and you will no longer be able to position the Expo right before the bridge and expect for the Expo to hit the tower on the other side. Also, people were using the Tesla to protect the Expo, so they would put the Expo and then in front of the Expo the Tesla, and this would obviously destroy the tower on the other side of the opponent, so you'll no longer be able to do it. So the next update is targeting the Tesla, the hit speed and also the lifetime. So the hit speed, they decreased from 0.7 seconds to 0.8 seconds. This means that the tower will have a lower hit speed. Also, the lifetime of the Tesla will be reduced from 60 to 40 seconds, which means it's 20 seconds less of defense, and this might bring some changes for the defense decks. It's quite interesting. Next change will be related with the lifetime of the cannon. They are going to decrease it from 40 seconds to 30 seconds. This means that it will have a lower lifetime. Now for the princess, they also are going to decrease, in this case, by 10% the hit points of the princess, and this means that as a baseline, the arrows will or should be able to take out the princess for an even elixir trade. The Ice Wizard is going to have a small increase of 5% to his firepower. This means that because it's a character that it's used for control, that it can actually have some extra damage to be used in more defensive plays. And now, probably from one of the most used cards in the game, the Prince, they are going to change the charge speed by 13%. Because usually when you drop the Prince and if you left that tower unchecked, basically you can bring that tower down, so they will decrease it by 13% and will give the opponent more time to react and try to counter the attack from the Prince. It seems that the Dark Prince is also going to have his speed decreased by 13. The explanation is is interesting. It's because they both of the princes, they ride the same breed of horses, so it makes perfect sense for them to have the same speed. Well, I guess they're right. So the Valkyrie use rage is really low, and they decided to increase the hit points and the damage points by 10%. Not a lot of people is using the Valkyrie, and it seems that they want to give it a little push to see if more people starts to using the card. She will be able to do more damage, and a little bit of help with the health might get people to use it a bit more. The Royal Giant is also going to have his damage increased by 20%. It seems that it's one of the cards that it's being less used in the game, and they want to increase the usage of the card, so they will increase the damage, but they will not increase the hit points of the card. So let's see what happens. So not only the Royal Giant will have his damage increased by 20%, but also the giant will have the damage increased not by 20 but just by 5%, so I guess it's not bad. Okay, and now for the rage. I think this is an interesting update because they are changing the speed boost from the rage. It used to be 35%, now they are going to give it 40%, so it's an increase of 5%, and by doing this, they also have to reduce the duration of the actual spell. So they are going to reduce by 20%, which is okay, I guess, because by boosting it to 40% and lowering the duration, Rage will have really strong and intense offensive tool for taking down the tower, I guess. The poison was one of the spells that was having a low use rate, so they decided to increase the damage by 5%. Maybe this will make people use it a bit more. Not sure about it. So the mirror will have his reproduce ability lowered one level. This means that a level 5 mirror will only be able to reproduce a level 2 legendary card, and for instance a level 4 mirror will only have his ability to reproduce a legendary card as a level 1, and so on. The 10 elixir card, the 3 Musketeers. Let's see if people start using it a bit more, mainly because they are changing the cost for it. So it used to be 10 elixir, now they are decreasing by 1. This means that you can play the card just by paying 9 elixir. I'm not really sure if this is going to help for people to use it a bit more, because it's still a really expensive card to play, but let's see what happens. Okay, the next change will be related with the archers. They want a quicker initial attack like the Spear Goblins. This means that they will feel a bit more responsive and effective as a Spear Goblin, because the Spear Goblins are really popular across all levels, but the archers, the rate falls right after the early play of the game, so they want to see if people play it with them a bit more. So for the final two changes they want to bring, they want to change the hit points for the balloon by 5%. Not a lot of people is using at the top level arenas, so they want to increase a little bit more the lifespan of the balloon, and maybe people will start using it a bit more. And for the next one will be the witch. The witch is also a very low use rate at the top of the arenas, and maybe bringing the damage a bit up, she might become relevant again for the top players, I guess. So on the overall, they are trying to bring some interesting changes. I guess all of the changes that they're bringing will affect all level players. It doesn't really matter in which arena you're playing. Some of the changes will boost some of the cards that weren't being used that much. Other kind of decreases the value of them. But on the overall, it's kind of a well-balanced, I think, move from them. Although I play on the mid arena levels, I see a lot of changes happening that I'm interested in. Mainly, the use of the Expo, that was quite annoying. People were using it way too much. Also, the defense kind of decks that were happening, a lot of people were using them, and right now with the Tesla lifespan decreasing, I think that will change a little bit the type of deck that you might face right now. So I guess it's interesting. I guess it's interesting. I don't mind them. Let's see what this update will bring, and if it will change anything in the gameplay. Yeah, cheers, guys. Comment, subscribe, and give some suggestions if you like the video or not. And we'll see you next time.